Hi guys, welcome back. So today I am going to be forcing some spring bulbs and specifically tulip bulbs. Now last year I made a video on how I force hyacinth bulbs and I'll leave that linked in the description box below, but pretty much it's the same process. I'm using the exact same jars or little vessels, I guess you could call, and I have some glass beads. So let's just get started. So I'm using a tulip mix from Burpees and it is called Early Prince Mix. It's a really beautiful pink and yellow mix of tulips. I ordered these back in October and I've had these in my fridge chilling. Now tulips, hyacinths, they need to average about 12 weeks of cool time. So you can pop them in the fridge, or sometimes you can even order them already pre-chilled so you don't have to worry about it. But these have been in my fridge since October, so it's been over 12 weeks, and I am going to pot them up. So you can do this a couple different ways. You can get just a simple garden pot, throw some dirt in it, and that's beautiful as well. It will force them that cold chilling period to suddenly coming into warmth. It will force them to bloom earlier than the ones outside. But I will be using these little glass vessels, these low glass vases, and I am using glass beads. Now I used these beads last year when I forced my hyacinth bulbs, and I just washed them and saved them. So I'm going to start by putting a thin layer of beads in the bottom here. Okay, I think that's about good. I just have a thin layer of beads on the bottom. Now, last year when I did this, there's two different size beads in here. I have a tiny size and then a bigger size. Now, last year when I did it, I just put the small beads on the bottom and then I used the larger ones on top. But they're all mixed in and I'm not going to take the time to sort through them and pick them apart. So this is going to work. Open up my tulip bulbs. Okay, so most bulbs look the same. So potentially you could be doing this with any spring bulb flower. So what you're looking for is they're like this. They have more of a flat bottom here. You can get a couple like that, more of a flat bottom. And then the top goes into like a tip point. So, like I said, most bulbs, there's some that are quite difficult to tell, and I can even see where the roots were on these. So I'm going to be placing the flat edge of the bulb down into the beads. I'm just going to I don't want to nestle them in, but I'm just going to kind of just set them right on top. And again, flat side down. And I have 15 bulbs, so I'm going to figure out how I can kind of split those into, even though it's an odd number, so it won't be exact, and see if I can fit them in here. And also, you want to make sure your bulbs are nice and firm. If you squeeze them and they're nice and hard, they're still good. If you get one that's like super squishy, mushy, there's a very high chance that it will not bloom. When I plant them in the fall, if I find one that's still slightly soft, normally I'll just throw it in the ground anyways, won't hurt anything. But with these, I want to make sure that I have nice, good bulbs. So I'm checking each one and making sure that it's still nice and firm. Okay, I have both of them planted up. I did actually find one that was bad. This is just complete mush, so I'm not even going to bother putting it in. So then I brought it down to 14 bulbs total, so I put 7 in each planter, container, whatever. So if you're doing this with dirt, you want to make sure, depending on the bulb, but on average, you want to put them around 6 inches deep. Again, depending on the bulb. So if you have them in soil, place them about 6 inches down, cover them with soil. With these, you don't have to worry about it. And I'm gonna take these leftover beads here, and I am going to use these to support the bulb. So if there's any that's kind of wiggly, wobbly, I'm gonna nestle these around the bulbs, and this will just add extra support. Okay, I have them all nestled in. They're nice and pretty sturdy, nice and secure. So now I have some water and I'm going to top these off with water. So it's really important. Remember that layer of rocks that I put on the bottom. You don't want to go past that bottom layer. So you don't want the bulbs sitting in water. That will cause them to rot. So if you just go up to the base of the bulbs, not so they're sitting in them, but just the base so the roots can get to them, that's what you want. So I'm just going to top them off with a little bit of water. Okay, you guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm super excited to see these start to grow. I will give you updates as they progress. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any updates on these. And let me know in the comments if you're trying this year and what spring bulb you are doing it